What is up, future Mustangs? My name is Miss Beal. I'm one of the three individuals you'll see in the office at AMS, and I'm here today to explain to you how you're going to register for your seventh grade classes. So, this is done through Skyward, which you will get to use a lot more when you're in middle school. Skyward is what Edmonds School District uses for student information, so your parent contact phone numbers, as well as it can help you track your attendance in your classes here at AMS, as well as your grades. But for this application, it will also help you grab your schedule and choose your classes that you would like to take. So if you remember back to the intro video, Mr. Stewart mentioned that as an AMS student, you will take 7 total classes in a day. There will be 6 academic classes and your advisory. For course requesting purposes, however, you only have to worry about 4 classes. And those 4 classes are your social studies, your English, your math, and your electives classes. And I'll go over those 4 classes really quickly here, but I strongly encourage you to read your 7th grade course guide. It details every single course that you can take as a 7th grader at Alderwood, and it is a really great resource for you to help decide which classes to take. So go ahead and take a peruse of that and decide your classes, but for your course requesting purposes, you will only be choosing your math, social studies, English, and electives classes. And so let's go ahead and show you how to do that. Alrighty. So if you are trying to access Skyward on your Chromebook, there's a few different methods. So you can go to your Edmonds bookmarks, which is in your top left-hand corner of your internet browser once you pull up your Google Chrome. So we can click on Edmonds bookmarks, and then down here, there's this lovely icon that says Skyward. We'll go ahead and click on that, and that will take you to the Skyward login page. If you are trying to get your course requests in, but you're not on your Chromebook, you're on a different laptop or smartphone or another smart device, that is totally okay. You can access Skyward by going to the Alderwood Middle School website. It is ams.edmonds.wednet.edu. And you'll go down about 2/3 of the way down the page. There's a whole bunch of these black icons that turn red when you run your cursor over them. And the second one in is Skyward. So you'll go ahead and click on that, and that also takes you to the Skyward login page. Now you may be asking, hey, I've never used Skyward before. How do I even log into Skyward? And that is, I'll explain that right now. So say we have a fictitious 6th grader by the name of Edward Sheeran, and he's coming to AMS next year. So we need to make sure he can get his course requests. And so what Edward needs to know to be able to log into Skyward is he needs to know his Edmonds School District email, which every one of you should know and should have by now. And so his is the first 5 of his last name, followed by the first 3 letters of his first name, 000 at edmonds.wednet.edu. And so he'll just need to know that first part, so the sheer EDW 000, and that is his Skyward login. You'll notice that he doesn't need to have any uppercase letters or any spaces in there. He just needs to know the first part of his Edmonds School District email for the login. He will also need to know his birth date. So Edward's birthday is September 9th of 2009, which written out in numerical form looks like 09/09/2009. His password is his birth date written out numerically without any of the forward slashes. So that password would be 09/09/2009. And so he's going to take his Skyward login and his Skyward password, and by whichever method that he used to get to Skyward, he will type them in for the login ID and password. If you are confused or need to know what your login ID or your password are, that is totally okay. Go ahead and reach out to your teacher or one of the office individuals at your elementary school, and they would be happy to help you get all set up for that. But once we log into Skyward, we will see this. And so you can see in the top left-hand corner, it says Skyward Student Access, and it has Edward's name right here. When you log into Skyward, it will say your name. Your homepage may look a little bit different than Edward's does, but that is totally okay. You're going to go over to the left-hand side, and there's a whole bunch of words right here. You'll find the one that says Schedule. We'll go ahead and click on that. And your current year schedule will pop up here. It'll probably look a little bit different than Edward's, but above that, you can see that course requests are now open, and it says request courses for 2021-2022. We'll click on that. And this is where Edward or you will be able to pick your classes. You'll notice it says available courses for 2021-2022. And once we run our cursor over here, we can scroll all the way down. It has all of the electives as well as all of the math classes and all of the English and social studies classes to choose from. So let's say that Edward would like a little bit of a challenge in math next year. And so he wants to go into pre-algebra, which is the honors 7th grade or typical 8th grade class that we are take. So he's going to go ahead and click on one of the pre-algebras. It's going to turn blue, and he's going to go over to the right and press Add. English 7 or the Social Studies 7 icons on the available courses, and you'll click on one, Add Course. And you'll notice that both his English class and his social studies classes have shown up under selected courses. And so let's say Edward would really, really like to take, for an elective, he would like to take symphonic band. And that is a full year elective course. So he'll go ahead and click one of the two symphonic bands under available courses, click Add Course, and it will move over to selected courses. Now, maybe Edward has changed his mind and doesn't want to take symphonic band. He would rather take a different elective. And that's okay. You can totally change your mind. Even if you log in, do all of your courses, and then decide later that you want to log back in to change them, that's okay. You'll just come back here and he'll click symphonic band and he'll click remove course. That'll go right back over to available courses, and you see that it's no longer over here in his selected courses. Say instead he would like to take 2D and 3D visual arts, which, as you notice, are both semester electives because there's only one class over here for available courses. So he'll add the course here for 2D art, and it will show up right here. And then we'll go ahead and add 3D art too. And that will show up over here. And so your goal is to make sure that for your requested courses, you have 1 year's worth of elective, your English, your social studies, as well as your math classes selected. Now, we also suggest that you select a few alternate elective courses just in case your top choice, for whatever reason, we can't place you in it. So his first elective choice is 2D and 3D visual arts. He'll come right over here where it says request alternates. And once Skyward loads, he'll get his request alternate screen. So you'll notice that all his classes that he's already chosen for his requested courses show up here with an R. And so let's say his backup will be symphonic band. So we'll go down and find symphonic band, click on it, and it's kind of the same thing as the requested courses. You'll add it, and it'll show up here as a 1. That means it's his top alternate choice for symphonic band. And then his third choice that he would like to take is visual arts, which is actually digital arts because digital arts is written on your course guide, but he wants to take that as his second backup. So he'll click on that, add course, and you'll see that it'll show up as a 2. So he has his first choice alternate and his second choice alternate. If he would actually like visual arts to be his first alternate choice, he'll go ahead and use these arrows to make that happen. So we'll move that up to 1. So when Edward is completely done, he will have all of his requested courses and he can have up to 3 alternates. Right now he only has 2, but he could add another one. So that is how we're going to course request. Your course requests are due March 12th. So you have from now all the way until Friday, March 12th to make your decision and request your courses on Skyward. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your teacher, reach out to your office staff, or reach out to our office staff here at AMS for assistance. That phone number is 425 431 7579. We really look forward to seeing you next year, and go Mustangs.